Now we come to the keys.
Keys.
So your collective wisdom and online as well. Please send in your thoughts. The keys of not giving up when things get tough. Maybe one or two each. Betsy?
Starting with me.
Of course.
Well, I think I've already mentioned it once with the bigger picture. Recognizing that what's right in front of you now isn't the reality. Like, for example, with our kids, if all the way back here, all we could focus on was the fact that we were having late nights, sleepless nights. Sorry, Tom, it's all ahead again. But if that's all we could focus on, we may have lost track. But, we needed to see that, hey, we're trying to do 18 years in advance here. Not in advance. We're trying to work for 18 years ahead here. And so just seeing that it's all part of a bigger picture. Okay, this one step, this next step, they all add up.
Big picture.
So, I'd say that's... So we'll do one and then move around.
Yeah,
again.
definitely.
Yeah. I just don't want to steal somebody's.
I guess it's a spiritual answer. One of the keys in my life has been remembering God's promises, remembering the truth of His word. But to do that, you have to read the word. You have to know the word for it to actually be relevant in your life and to actually come up when you need it. But I think also there's something we have to remember is there are people that have gone before us. So having wise counsel, having people in our lives that can just encourage us, can just get alongside us, they get you through these things because they support you, they uphold you, and whether they're Christians or not, it doesn't matter. I think it's important to have people in your life that you can turn to.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great. Community. Don't make a big decision in your life
Definitely not.
on your own.
Yep.
Check with a few people first.
Especially with the big decisions.
That's good.
Yeah. Or I guess, out of that, I would say, we can tend to catastrophize if we don't quite make it in a moment. And you mentioned the term repentance before, Betsy, where you were kind of like saying, sometimes we don't get it right as parents or in our workplace or something like that. And we kind of then have to do that backtrack a little bit and go, okay, what is the good thing? And we line ourselves up again. What is that good thing, God? And that's really what repentance is just saying, hang on a second. No, I went off of God's designed path there and I need to get back onto it. So Lord, help me get back on. And that's really all that is. And so then we travel with that, with this amazing promise that, hey, even if you don't quite get it right every time, I am still with you. I am still for you. When you surrender it back to me, that mistake, that whatever, I can then walk with you through whatever comes of that. That's Him turning things to good for those that love Him and serve Him. When we actually say, no, God, I keep getting it wrong, but you are able to help me put that, that good work into practice. Even if I stuffed it up this time.
Yeah, that's good. Those failures aren't the end.
No.
And have those things in place where you get the chance to come back on track.
Yeah. And I think too, Ange, I think one of the reasons why I thought of that was because people around us help us to see, hey, you remember, maybe I never told you about this, but I did this once and I felt like it was the end of the world. People around us, they can share those moments with us and help us then see, oh, no, I'm not alone.
Yeah, that's great. Any thoughts in the chat, Chris?
No, chat's a little quiet today.
No worries. Send them in later. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I think you've summarised some pretty practical steps. If we could just do those three, I think we'd be a long way ahead.